You normalize a vice, there are exponential and unpredictable consequences. And an important flip side to this, people always say that we might as well tax it because prohibition doesn't work. Completely false. When you ban something, people use it less. And I actually am going to go through the 4 big lies of the marijuana industry that I have heard over the last decade. And we can now test using the scientific method all 4 of those major contentions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the marijuana industry made very, very convincing proclamations when I was just getting involved in politics. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do that once we welcome back radio because I want to make sure they hear that. But another component of all of this, which cannot be lost, is that when marijuana is legalized, you invite corporate actors that are very, very good at making things addictive. And what I was talking about previously is quality of life. Quality of life is a very important component that is lost. Does widespread weed consumption and the proliferation of weed improve the quality of life in America or make it worse? Stay right there. Okay, everybody, welcome back. I want your thoughts, freedom@charliekirk.com. I'm going to get a ton of angry messages, especially from younger people, but that's what makes our program different. We stand on truth. We have strong opinions. We will support them with data, as I have, regardless of the backlash that we get. So if you're supportive, email me, freedom@charliekirk.com. If you're not supportive, you can email me, freedom@charliekirk.com. And again, the operative question, the most important question, will more people using weed make America a stronger, better, happier, more joyful country 50 years from now, or less so? Some people say it will make it that way. I completely disagree. I think the data is totally different. But now let's play a little offense against the marijuana industry. The marijuana industry needs to be held accountable because they tell us things that end up not being true. And they do so without any accountability whatsoever. The marijuana industry made 4 major arguments. They made 4 major arguments, and they're very compelling. The first of which was this, that if you legalize marijuana, that there will be a decrease in crime, especially homelessness, degeneracy, because when you legalize it, you can make it proper, and that you can make it more acceptable. The opposite has actually happened. When we have legalized marijuana, we have not seen decreases in crime. We've seen more homelessness, more degeneracy, more heavy drug use, which I'll get to in a second. Is Denver safer because they legalized marijuana? Is Seattle safer? Is Portland safer? Is San Francisco safer? Is Los Angeles safer? Of course not. So that contention needs to be put under heavy examination. Now, they might say, well, there's not a one-to-one correlation. I think we need to look at cities even more so than states. And Denver really was the petri dish. Seattle was really the petri dish. The second of which is probably the most important of all this, and I want to spend the most amount of time on this one. We were told growing up that if you legalize marijuana, the amount of kids that use marijuana will go down. I think we can all agree here in the audience, even if you are pro-legalization and pro-reclassification, we do not want minors to be able to smoke weed, to be able to do edibles. That is bad. This was just an insultingly dumb lie, and so many people bought it. And honestly, I almost bought it for a while. Oh, yeah, if you kind of make it legal, then they'll have to show their ID to go to a place. But when things are legal, they do it more. When things are for sale all over the place, people use it more. And one of the best arguments, and Blake introduced this argument this morning, that I think is rock solid. Marijuana was decently problematic when it was grown underground and you had to buy it secretly from some dealer in a parking lot. But with full legalization, things have become different. Think about what our market for food and beverages is like. Well, corporate America, they have the best experts, the best scientists, and the best marketing forces. They're very good at marketing products and making them as appealing as possible. It's not an art, it's a science. And that science has made America really, really fat. Now, Look and imagine unleashing all that corporate power where all they care about is making money on promoting marijuana. Imagine the experts at Coca-Cola, Nabisco, McDonald's having free reign to make the most potent and addictive marijuana they possibly can. Imagine Costco selling a family pack of weed for just $99. It'd be disastrous. So imagine the geniuses that are able to addict you to order another Big Mac, that are able to addict you to keep on drinking Diet Coke, that are able to addict you to order another Supersize Me meal at McDonald's, to now all of a sudden have those geniuses, those marketing professionals, have the full machinery behind the marijuana industry. Boy. And youth usage has not gone down. Youth usage has gone up. We have more young people that are doing marijuana, that are smoking weed than it was 10 years ago. The third contention, which is also just a lie. We were told that, hey, and this was the one that really the marijuana industry needs to be held accountable for. We were told that if you legalize weed, if you legalize cannabis, the cartels will be weakened. Do you remember this? We were told that, hey, if you legalize marijuana, the cartels are going to have nothing to do. The cartels are going to disintegrate. It'll make them go out of business, no different than the bootleggers that went out of business when we got rid of prohibition. Another insulting lie. The cartels are stronger than ever because now they have graduated towards the drugs that marijuana is a gateway drug towards. And let me say this, marijuana is absolutely a gateway drug, especially the type of marijuana that is laced with THC, the edibles, the type of psychedelic mergers that are done sometimes with cannabis. Marijuana was a gateway drug, not always to hard drugs, but to a life of slow cognitive decline, low IQ behavior, lower social standards, and an apparent culture of shamelessness. That's from AJAC on X. Let's go through the breaks. I have more to say on this. Email me, freedom@charliekirk.com. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think we should reclassify marijuana as a Schedule III drug? Stay right there.